Hello and welcome back to the session. So in the earlier session we were talking about subject-verb agreement as to what subject-verb agreement is. So let's have a quick recap and then I'm going to explain what subject-verb agreement is and why is it important. So the rule says if you have a singular subject, your verb should be a singular form. If your subject is plural, then your verb should carry a plural form. So the Superman rule, it says if you have he, she, it, then you need to add the s at the end of the verb. To give you certain examples, alright, so let's begin. He plays cricket. Let me increase the size, okay. He plays cricket. She plays badminton. It rains every evening. So I can say he works hard, they work hard, I work hard. So I've typed few sentences here. If you notice, he is a singular form. If I have a singular subject, so this is a subject, since it is singular, I will add the s at the end of the verb. She is singular, that's a subject, I will add s. It is singular, I will add s. They is plural, I will drop the s at the end of the verb. He works hard, they work hard. He works hard because he is plural and they work hard because they is plural, so I will drop the s. Okay. Another example, he knows it, she knows it, they know it. So these are the subjects. Since I am using a plural form, I will pick the verb without the s because it's plural, since this is singular, and I will add the s. Alright, that's a simpler way. Another part which you need to know is the verb which is closer to the subject. For example, the player and the umpire is tired or are tired. The players and the umpire, should it be is tired or are tired? Let's take this example. Alright, so when I have the players, now players is a plural form. So let's have 1, 2, 4 players. Now I have 8 players. So imagine these are all players. And this is the umpire, this is singular, okay. Now when I use the and form, what exactly am I doing here? When I use the and form, I am basically adding them, right? So let me bring this down. Okay, so the sentence says the players and the umpire should it be is tired or are tired? Now these are the players and I am using the and form. When I am using and, I am basically adding, right? The moment I add, it all becomes plural. Even if I have the player, so let me remove 7 of them. So the player and means I am adding the umpire. The moment I am adding 1 plus 1, it's becoming 2, which is plural. If I have a plural form, my verb should not have s. So I will say the player and the umpire are tired. Now let me show you something. If I say player or, okay, the moment I say or, I am talking about either the player or the umpire. So let me quickly, just a moment. So I'm just putting a separator here. So I am saying the player or the umpire, should it be is tired or are tired? It will be is tired because I have a separator here which is or. Once I say or, I need to forget about this particular part of the sentence. Now I will say the umpire is tired. Now if I make a change, the player or the umpires, should it be is tired or are tired? Obviously it will be are, because the closest subject to my verb is plural form. So I will say, even though the separator is still there, I'll say umpires, the umpires are tired. Now let's play around a bit. If I say the players or the umpire, I've made this plural and this one as singular, I will still say is, because the umpire is tired. If I make this plural as well and this is singular, doesn't matter, because once I have the or, I need to take into consideration what's after the or. Okay, let's look at certain scenarios here and let's understand in detail. Most native English speakers know the standard verb subject or subject verb combination by ear because we hear it, right? Examples of these combinations are he talks, not he talk, and she has, not she have. However, if you don't trust your ear or you find simple sentence formation confusing, just follow these simple rules and you will be ready to write flawless sentences in no time. Basically, these are subject verb agreement rules. In the present tense, verbs agree with their subject in number, which means singular or plural, and in first person, and in person, which means first, second or third. The present tense ending with s or es is used on a verb if the subject is third person singular, otherwise the verb takes no ending. So let's read that again to understand what it means. In the present tense, verbs agree with their subject in number, that is singular or plural, and in person, first person, second person or third person. But in case if the present tense is ending with s or es, is used on a verb if the subject is third person singular, which means if you have a first person and second person, the es won't come. For example, I play, you play. You is can you play cricket? I can play cricket. I play cricket every day. Do you play cricket every day? She plays cricket every day. So the moment I am using a third person, I will use S or ES depending on what the word is. Alright, let's look at the example chart here. Otherwise the verb takes no ending. So we have a singular and plural form. For example, if it's first person, I love. Plural form, we love. So I love chocolate. Plural form, we love chocolate. First person. Second person, singular. Do you love chocolate? I know you love chocolate. Plural, you all or you love chocolate. Third person, he loves chocolate. Loves. I am just adding an S. She loves chocolate. It loves chocolate. For example, if I am referring to a pet. Plural, they love. Whenever I have a plural form, I will not use the S in the end. That is what I was explaining, the he, she, it rule. Now it says, if the concept still confuses you, try answering the following question to understand when to use the S or ES form of a present tense verb. Let's take a look at it. If the verb's subject, he, she, it or one, for example, it's just singular form, if yes, then it uses the S form. For example, he loves, she loves, it tries, it has, all those words. If no, is the singular subject a singular, if the subject a singular form such as a parent? If yes, then you will still use the S form. If no, if the subject a singular indefinite noun, anybody, anyone. So I will talk about this anybody, anyone soon. So don't get confused about that. Okay. Let's move forward with some examples for you. After learning the basic fundamentals of subject-verb agreement, read and understand these special rules, and some practice forming correct sentences will be easy. Make the verb agree with the subject, not with the word in between. This is very important. High levels of pollution cause damage to the respiratory tract. The subject is levels here. It's not the pollution, it's high level. High what? High level. So you need to understand what is the subject. When my subject is already a plural form, I will drop the S. What do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. Oops, I'm sorry. The bus travels 80 kilometers a day. If I make, now what is the subject here? The subject is the bus. If I make the subject as plural, the buses travels, no. The moment my subject is becoming plural form, I will drop the S from the verb. 80 kilometers a day. Okay. So remember that if your subject is singular, you will add S at the end of the verb. If the subject is plural, you will drop the S from the verb. Alright. So in this case it says high levels of pollution cause damage to the respiratory tract. Now levels is plural, it has to be cause, it cannot be causes. With subject joined with or, nor, either, or neither, nor, make the verb agree with the part of the subject nearer to the verb. So I gave you the example, right? A driver's license or credit card is required. So let me put it in the PowerPoint, it will be easier for you to understand. Okay. A driver's license or credit card, should it be is required or are required? It should be is, because I have a separator which is or, either this or this. So a driver's license or credit card is required. So let me make it central alignment so that you can understand. The moment I am saying or, I am either talking about this or this, which means I will use is form. But if I use and, a driver's license and credit card are required. Even though this is a singular form or plural form, does not matter. Since I am using and, I am joining them, I am making it plural. See, the term driver's license was not used in making the verb agree the sentence. It was the term credit card because it's closer. So credit card is closer to the verb, that's why I pick this form. Okay? Neither the lab assistant nor the students were able to download the information. Again, let me copy paste here. Neither the lab assistant nor the students were able to download the information. This is a sentence. Okay? Now, neither the lab assistant nor the students. Since I have this word, or there are two subjects here, the lab assistant as well as students. But the verb, but the subject which is closer to the verb is students, and it's in plural form. If I have a plural form, since I am talking about past tense, I will use were. If it's a singular form, neither the lab assistant nor the student, I will say was able to download the information. So I hope this is clear. Since this is a plural form, I will use were, but if it's a singular form, I will use was, and these are past tense forms. What if you have words like this: anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, someone, no one, somebody, nobody, something, nothing? All this, or everything, everybody, all this is considered as singular only. So let me give you another example. Everyone, everyone is invited or are invited for my birthday. It should be is invited, because everyone, someone, no one, you have all these forms, right? Let me copy paste this here. Oops. All these forms that you see, this is all considered as a singular form only. Let me read that out. Anybody, each, everyone, nobody, somebody, anyone, either, everything, no one. Now this is, I can either say no one or I can say none. Someone, anyone, everybody, neither, nothing, something. All this picks singular form only. There is an example here. Everybody who signed up for the snowboarding trip was taking lessons. Like he was taking lessons, she was taking lessons, it was raining. So I am using the was form, past tense obviously, or I can also take is form, but I am using it is or was because everyone or everybody is considered as a singular subject. Alright. Another example, everyone on the team, screen please, everyone on the team supports the coach. Everyone in the team supports the coach. So everyone is considered singular, that's why I will pick singular verb I will use the S. Okay. I'm just trying to look for some exercises here. Okay, there we go. We have the exercise. Let me pick the first question and see if we are able to answer. Your friendship over the years and your support has meant a great deal to us. What should be the correct answer? Your friendship over the years and your support has or have meant a great deal for us. I want to add one more question. I'm sure this is going to confuse you guys a little bit. That's the idea. One last question. Now I will solve these questions, but I also want you to pay attention and find out what's the answer. Alright, question number 1. Your friendship over the years and your support has or have meant a great deal to us. Question number 2. Hamilton Family Center, a shelter for teenage runaways in San Francisco, offers or offer a wide variety of services. The main source of income for Trinidad is or are oil and pitch. Number 4. The chances of your being promoted is or are excellent. Okay, these are 4 questions. Now the trick is you need to find out what is the subject here. If you can rightfully or appropriately or accurately identify what is the subject in these sentences, it will be very easy for you to find out what is the verb. The problem is to find out what is the subject. Alright, we'll take a quick break, we'll come back and I'll help you identify how to find the subject in a sentence without getting confused. You need to play back the sentence in a couple of ways and then understand the sentence is talking about whom. Who is the action person here or the action noun here. Alright, we'll take a quick break, we come back and we learn a bit more on subject-verb agreement. I'll see you soon. Welcome back everyone. So before going on break, I had put in like 4 different questions where you need to identify the correct subject verb agreement choices. So let's take a look and we're going to resolve these or we're going to solve these question statements. All right. First one on your screen right now. Your friendship over the years and your support has meant a great deal to us or have meant great deal to us. Before we solve this problem, here are certain information. You may get confused that it says us, which is plural, but this is not the subject. It says your friendship over the years and your support. So friendship and support. 1 plus 1, 2. Obviously that is plural. So obviously you will pick have. If you have plural, you will pick have. But the point is the subject is your. So you is the subject, the second person your. So your friendship over the years and your support has meant a great deal to us. So has is the correct answer. Why is has the correct answer? It's because the subject in this particular sentence is your. Your is singular, your friendship. So that's why you will pick has as the answer. Question number 2. Hamilton Family Center. So Family Center, a shelter for teenage runaways. What do you mean by teenage runaways? Teenage young people who run away from home. There is a place where they provide shelter for these people. So Hamilton Family Center, it's a shelter for teenage runaway in San Francisco, offers or offer a wide variety of services. So you will think services is plural, so I will pick offer. Runaways is plural, you will pick offer. No, the subject here is Hamilton Family Center, which is a shelter, singular. If you have a singular form, you will pick the verb with S. So offers is the correct answer here. The main source of income for Trinidad is or are oil and pitch. So oil and pitch, 1 plus 1, 2, plural. That is not the subject. The subject is source. In case if the subject becomes sources, then you will pick are. Since it is singular, you will pick is. So the main source of income for Trinidad is oil and pitch. The chances of your being promoted is or are excellent. Now chances is the subject. Since it is plural, you will pick are. Okay. So your verb will be in agreement with the subject. That is the point. Let's look at some more questions. I am picking 5 to 8. Just a moment. Okay, let me pick 5, 6 and 7. All right, the first one. There were a Pokemon card stuck to the refrigerator. What is the subject here? Pokemon card. It's a singular form, so I will pick was. Neither the professor nor his assistants were able to solve the mystery of the, let me remove this word, glow in the labyrinth, the S. So discovered in the soil of a garden city was a button dating from the Civil War. Every year during the Midsummer Festival, the smoke of village bonfires fill the sky or fills the sky. Now bonfire, village bonfires is considered as a singular, but here we have S, so bonfires. Fill, since I already have the S here, it's a plural, I will choose fill the sky. The story performers were surrounded by children and adults eager to see magical tales. The story performers, it's a plural form. If it's a plural form, I will use were. Okay. This is plural. I will drop the S like I did. I dropped the S here as well. So when your subject is singular, your verb will have S in the end. When the subject is plural, you will drop the S. Singular is S, verb will have S. Remember it that way. But you need to also look at the entire sentence and identify what is the subject in the sentence. The subject could be anywhere. So don't get confused, read it back and forth and try to identify where the subject is. Let's look at some more exercise. It says exercise number 2. Edit the following sentences to eliminate problems with subject-verb agreement and write the edited sentence. If a sentence is correct, write correct. Alright. Here is the example given. Jack's first days in the infantry was grueling. Now first days, I am talking, what is the subject? Days. So Jack's first days in the infantry were grueling because it's a plural form. Alright. Now let's pick one sentence here. We are going to make changes if required. One of the reasons for the elephant poaching are profit received from selling the ivory tusks. Now it says one of the main reasons, means the subject is reasons. Okay. One of the main reasons for elephant poaching are. Now the point here is, when I am writing this sentence, I will say one from many. This is plural form, but what I am referring to is one reason only. And what is the reason? The reason is profit received from selling the ivory tusks. So my subject here essentially becomes one. One is singular, so I will replace this verb with is. One of the reasons for elephant poaching is, or I can remove this and say one reason for elephant poaching is, but I am saying one from many, so I will say one of the reasons for elephant poaching is the profit. I am referring to one reason only. Statement number 2, let's see if we need to make any correction here. Not until my interview with Dr. Chang were other possibilities opened for me or opened to me. What is the subject here? Is the subject Dr. Chang? Is the subject the interview? No, the subject is possibilities. What are the possibilities? Since it's a plural form, the were is absolutely fine. If I change this to possibility, not until my interview with Mr. Chang was other possibility. Okay, let me make change. Was other possibility open to me? I will use was because my subject here is singular. Otherwise, I will let it be were because that's a plural form. Next question. The board of directors, ignoring the wishes of the neighborhood, has voted to allow further development. Now please pay closer attention. If I say the directors and I remove this, the directors, then I will say have voted to allow further development. But in between I have lot of words and it's the board of directors. When I am using the, that means it's a specific one and the board is singular. The board of directors, ignoring the wishes of the neighborhood, has. Since this is singular, I will use HAS. But in case if I have directors, the directors, ignoring the wishes of neighborhood, have voted to allow further development. Next. Now this is an interesting one. Measles is a contagious disease. Do we need to make any correction? Now measles, just because there is S, don't get confused that it is a plural form. This is a right form. Okay. So this is absolutely perfect. For example, if you have words like Now quickly tell me, what is the subject? A basket of apples. This is plural form, but the basket is singular form. But the subject here is, what is kept on the table? A basket. What is there inside doesn't matter. So a basket of apples is kept on the table. Even though apples is close to the verb, but the subject here is a basket. Okay? If I have a word like this, or let me get rid of this, or okay. Now pay attention. When you have word like scissors, trousers, shoes, they all come in pair. It will always be in pair. Or trousers has two legs, shoes is two parts, scissors is also two parts. It's considered as plural. Even if you're talking about one set of trousers, you don't say I'm going to buy a trousers. I'm going to buy some trousers. So it's considered as plural form only. So since it's a plural form, you will always pick are. The scissors are kept, the trousers are back, my shoes are wet. But what if you want to mean a singular form? I want to buy a pair of trousers. I'm just buying one pair. Since it's a pair, it always denoted in plural form. I lost my pair of shoes. Okay. So please do remember, it comes as a pair. If you want to denote a singular form, you need to use a pair or my pair, just one. Okay. Moving on. Neither the explorer nor his companions was ever seen again. So neither his explorer nor his companions was ever seen again. So let me bring it here. So neither the explorer, this is a singular form, nor his companions. Now this is plural form, but I am saying nor, neither nor, which means I am joining both. So I will use a verb form. Neither the explorer nor his companions were ever seen again. Let me change the sentence. Neither the apple